Oh, hello. I'd ask how you're doing today, but I'm just a bunch of ones and zeros behind a piece of glass you're staring at, so why the fuck would I do that? And who would I even be asking? Am I asking the part of your mind that's just giving an automated response like, I'm fine, or I'm hanging in there, but what you're really saying is, I'm probably kind of fucked up, but I don't want to talk about it or even deal with it my own damn self, so I'll just ask you how you are instead, even though I really don't give a shit how you are, because I'm too busy obscuring my own unhappy fucking state. Or maybe you're doing great because of something or other that happened, and you respond, I'm great because yada yada, and you're basically explaining how you are conditionally happy based on a circumstance or event of some sort, the subtext of which is that once that circumstance or condition no longer exists, you'll be reassessing your answer to, how are you? And then there's the person listening to your good fortune and is now assessing their own state of happiness by comparing their situation to yours, and either feel a need to defend how much happier they are than you, because yada yada, or silently lament because they've mentally tipped the scale your way. I'm not saying everyone is fucking miserable. This here's for, well, you know who you are. And it's fine. Most folks hang their happiness hats on perceived conditions. We lean so heavily on our social or professional status, or on all the objects we collect, or our relationships, et fucking cetera. We weave a narrative about ourselves to either convince ourselves we're happy or to put a heavy-ass lid on all that shit that does not conform to the story of happy me we tell ourselves and others. It's worth remembering that everything in reality is temporary. Your thoughts and what you think about reality is temporary. You are fucking temporary, and thus everything we lean against will eventually be removed, and we will fall on our proverbial asses. But such is life. We fall down and then we pick our asses back up and go hunting for the next thing to throw in our never-ending happiness hole, because we make happiness about how much shit we can acquire, or some other temporary thing or fucking circumstance. But consider this, instead of happiness being tied to shit that's out there, instead of happiness being an array of thoughts about the persistent illusion of reality that triggers a desirable brain chemical or hormone to cascade that we label happiness and basically get addicted to, and when it's gone we go through sort of a withdrawal called sad, maybe actual happiness is fucking something else entirely. Maybe happiness isn't about gathering, maybe it's about releasing. Maybe happiness isn't in the taking, but in the giving. Maybe temporary fluctuations in your wrinkly pink meat computer can be labeled happy, but if you gain happiness, then so too will it be lost. Like a happy fucking rainbow in your mind will not stay, or a sad fucking storm will ruin your day. Perhaps happiness is just a clear sky. There's no what, where, or why. Could be happiness is just when you don't fucking mind. It's when sadness comes, you don't mind it. When happiness comes, you don't fucking grasp it. What I'm trying to say is that your mind is the sky. The sky does not lament the thunderstorm, nor does it coax a majestic sunrise or covet a fucking rainbow. It just is, like the empty wakefulness of mind. That's what you are behind your thought weather. If there's no sky, there can be no weather. If there's no consciousness, there can be no thought. Could be actual happiness is the empty cognizant field of mind itself. Observe thought from this field and you'll figure it the fuck out by transcending the process of figuring itself. Identify with thought and you'll carry on as you are, living life with its ups and downs, chasing happy, running from sad. There's no shame in it. That's just how we humans do, so you really can't go wrong, but there is a choice and it's available to you. Toodaloo.